Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I am figuring out Restream tonight, and it has been, needless to say, a very interesting evening. I've had many things happen, but before we go into that, I would like to introduce my co host, Wendy, who had to sign in to my Restream to give herself the link to get on here because it wasn't working for me.
I mean, it's
God.
our sprints, guys, if there isn't some kind of glitch happening.
I mean, there's got to be a technical error. That's got to happen for sure. And
We're
now
just
I'm like, okay,
keeping
there's seven
everyone on
people
their
viewing.
toes.
There's 7 people viewing, but I don't see them in the chat.
It'll
So
probably take a second. I've noticed that people don't join until they see the live, notify them often,
okay.
and then they'll head to YouTube because I don't feel like people like to just sit there and wait.
Okay, people are here. Yay, I'm so glad.
There's
Um,
people.
yay. Welcome to Restream, my first one. And as I promised, it will probably be a hot mess, but I'm really hoping that I've ironed out all the kinks because Wendy gave me tutorial videos. I hate learning new things and I genuinely almost gave up. Of course, Alicia's here to watch the mayhem. Listen, I almost had to cancel because I was so frustrated. My toilet, my kids, I guess they were just playing in there with like wads of toilet paper. They clogged up the toilet. It started overflowing all over the bathroom. Like I was in water and it was like leaking through the ceiling. And I had to panic and call my neighbor. And he almost didn't answer because I guess he didn't have like my new number. And he was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even almost answer your phone. Like I didn't know it was you. And so thankfully, like we worked it out and he ran over with his baby. He poor guy, he had his kid with him. And I was like panicked and it was just a mess. But all you have to do, all of you women out there, can I just make an announcement? And you all knew this and I probably didn't. If your toilet overflows, all you have to do is turn the water off
I
at
already
the
know that.
of the toilet.
That's
Why didn't
because
I know that? Tell me
Mom
why.
has showed me that before.
Tell me why no one told me that. There are just sometimes I wonder, like, did my parents just think I could figure it all out on my own? Like, because I can't, clearly. But aside from all that, we're here. Wendy, what are you reading?
Yeah, we've had enough things break in our house that I have learned some things.
I need to learn
Um,
some things.
I'm reading Ready or Not still. I am on 192, so about halfway ish,
Yeah, that's pretty far. Nice.
sort of, like 40%.
Are you liking
And
it?
I'm also in the middle of an audiobook, so I've been switching back and forth during the day. So I'm at 60% of Made for You.
Oh,
So if I
yeah.
switch to audio, that's what I've been doing. I've been loving it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
But you guys probably already know me. I've been on here before, but Wendy's Inspired Reads is my channel, and I typically love fantasy, historical fiction, and romance. But
I
I read just about anything.
Yeah, I feel like I need to like introduce myself again on my own channel because
Yeah,
I
this is Leah, who sometimes vlogs.
like sometimes vlogs. I have just been so busy recently. And so, yeah, I haven't posted a video in a while. But hi, I am Leah on here, Leah Beth Book Time. And I also read a wide variety of things. I love romance. I love romantasy. I love fantasy light. If there's a little bit of world building, sometimes I can shock everyone and like historical fiction. And tonight I am reading, drum roll please, Queen of Shadows. Like literally, Wendy has been waiting for this moment for me to dedicate. And here's the cool thing: is like
My
now
whole life, I have been waiting for Leah to just read this book.
I used an Audible credit and I got the audio too. So I'm like, not only am I like, that just makes me know I'm absolutely going to finish because chunker fantasy books intimidate me. I don't know how big this one is. It might be not so
Queen of Shadows was my first 5-star, and I anticipate nothing less.
good because I will say, so far, Tog has not been my greatest hits.
No, I didn't 5-star until Queen of Shadow.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Throne of Glass was 3. No, Assassin's Blade was 3 for me. Throne of Glass was 4. Crown of Midnight was 4, and then Air of Fire was 3.
I think I might have 5-starred Crown of Midnight though. So I think for me it was Assassin's Blade was 4-star. I think Throne of Glass was a 3, almost a 2. And then I loved, not Queen of Shadow, Crown of Midnight. I think I 5-starred that. Heir of Fire, I gave 2 stars.
It's so boring.
It was so, like, I cared 0% about so much of that book. And yeah, no fun. But let's go through some comments. If I can, oh, looky there. I did it right. I'm so proud of myself.
Why is their name on the bottom like that?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
That's so weird.
I will be uploading a wrap up while sprinting this evening. This is from Danny's Reading Corner. Hoping. I'm so frantic still from my toilet episode. I can't figure. Hoping to knock out some Reckless too. I've heard that Reckless was not Wendy's favorite. So no, that was Fearless. Reckless.
But I don't know which one you're talking about. Are we talking about the fantasy one or Elsie Silver?
Oh, that's true. It could be Elsie Silver as well.
The fantasy I gave 4 stars.
Okay. Hold on. I'm live, Ellie. Don't come. Okay. I'm here. Alicia. Yay. You're here. You're here. And you've actually announced yourself. That's what I'm most proud of, to be honest with you. All right. And then, hi, friends. This is from A Book Like You. Don't get on here. Go. Okay. Hi, Keisha, our sweet friend. Hi, friends. I'm currently catching up on American Idol. Anyone else watching? No, I haven't. I haven't felt like reading much since I got home, but I wanted to pop in and say hi. I actually used to love American Idol, and I used to love like The Voice and all of that. And I just haven't like listened or watched it in a while. I need to get back into that because it is super fun. But be careful, Keisha, because the moment you start a show, you won't want to read. And that's what always happens to me. So fun. All right. Hi, Corinna. Hi, ladies. It's weird. I'm like used to seeing like the person first in the comment.
I know. It's some kind of setting you did.
Yeah, it's I don't know what I did. Hi, Maggie. Good evening. Already we're having some fun, catch up with Restream. Hi, Kirsten. Yay, Impromptu Sprints. I've never sprinted like this much in such a long time. It's been really fun. I'm enjoying myself.
She's been stuck at home, so she's bored.
I am very bored. Like my neighbors came over and I kind of think I was like over talking to them because I wanted to share like my entire life. I needed company. I joined before you all went live.
I do think there's a lag because when I'm waiting for someone to go live, it's like when they actually pop up, they've been talking for a few seconds.
Yeah.
I always come in the middle of their conversation.
Yeah, that's happened to me before too. Hi, Jen. She says hello, friends. Corinna, if I sit and wait when it actually starts live, you've been talking for a few minutes. I don't know if it's on my end. It's so weird. Restream is a whole new thing. Who knows?
That happens to me too. So I think there's just like a disconnect from when we start and when you guys see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi, Jen. Hi, Corinna. They're having a little chat within the chat. Here reading None Shall Sleep. Who isn't? Been in a life slump, not a reading slump. Girl, I feel you. Like it's been an interesting couple of days for me.
I feel like I'm still sort of in a slump because I'm still really slow.
Yeah, you're not like at your pace of reading like 800 pages.
Guys, I've read 2 books this month.
That is really shocking to me.
2 books this whole month.
Considering
this has taken me like 3-4 days.
Considering last month, what did you read? Like 20 books or something insane?
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Hannah, I came in just in time to hear if your toilet overflows, just turn the water off. And I am ready for these. Hi, reading The Secret Garden tonight. I'm so happy to see you here, Hannah. I'm so happy. Our girls had it rough recently.
Missed your face.
I know. We really miss you. Finishing Torment tonight.
Alicia, tell us if that's a fantasy or what? What is that?
Yeah, wasn't it someone else on Sprints told us about that book and we didn't even know what it was. So yeah.
That was her yesterday, I think.
That's what I was going to say. Did we sprint yesterday? Like, look at me go.
Okay, Elsie Silver. I have not loved the Chestnut Spring series, but I have not read Reckless. I've only read the first 2.
What surprises me is that like Rachel Catherine, who we watched, who's a very like famous booktuber, she also like is a huge fan of Elsie Silver, loves all of her books except for like Wild Eyes, like this new series. She doesn't like it.
Really?
So
I like
yeah,
it better.
a lot of people, it's almost like if they like Wild Love or whatever it's called, they don't like the other series, or if they like the other series, they don't like the new one. It's crazy. Reading The Other Side of Lost by Jessie Kirby. And this is like a hiking book, I'm assuming, because a lot of hiking things.
I
Love
have
that.
no idea, but I think so.
Very cool. Forgot to mention, I'm also reading None Shall Sleep.
You guys are giving me FOMO.
I know. Like, I feel like I just don't want to like not read it right now, because I don't want to miss the experience of like reading it with everyone. I'm already in the middle of 4 shows. It's fine. For me, it's just hard to read after a trip. I feel that way too, Keisha. I feel that way after I come back from a trip, or especially vacation. I don't know. I always get into reading slump too. And definitely when I watch a show, because then I get addicted. Hi, Laura. Hi, friends. Eating dinner and then reading The Nature of Fragile Things by Susan Messner tonight. Very good for you. That's awesome. Grandma Susan is here, listening to Unquiet Peace by Shania Steinberg. I'm delighted you're having so many sprints. Me too, because I haven't been able to see Wendy because my kids have been sick. So this is how we get to see each other now.
Yeah, it's like quarantine again because Leah's house has the flu. So this is how we get to hang out. So
It's so sad.
you guys get to take part in that.
And even like today, it felt like quarantine because my daughter was still home from school. So I had to do errands with her in the car, and I had to do curbside pickup. And I'm like, this is just like having COVID. It was so sad. Hi, ladies. I'm going to be trying to finish reading Out on a Limb tonight. And that is like Hannah Boehm Young, right?
Yeah, I can see the picture in my head.
Yeah,
I've
like
seen
2
it a lot.
people facing like the ocean. I've heard a lot of people love it. I read her book Next of Kin, and it was just okay, but I would always want to give her like another chance because I've heard good things. Hannah, we're so happy to see Hannah. Also, I feel like the comments take a lot longer to come on.
They do.
And I'm like waiting for them.
They lag more.
Yeah. Amy, I've only read 2 books this month also. That was my last month almost. I like squeezed in like 2 books at the very end, but I'm not doing much better now that I've been working, but summer is coming. School is coming to an end. Okay, Wendy, enjoy your slow reading month now, because in May, Team Lassies needs you to get your reading.
I was about to say that. Like when I get into competitive mode though, like it's over.
Yeah, you really are quite
it really makes me read faster.
It's so true. I think it was like Survivor with Gwen.
It was Clue that I read like 20 books.
Yeah, I was going to say
more than that. It was like 21 or 22.
Clue, she was like determined to win. She still didn't win though. It's fine, but she got so close.
I got 3rd place.
She wins in my book. 3rd place isn't bad. What is that, like bronze? Go, Wendy.
Shut up.
Tina reads and crochets. I tried to crochet once and it was very difficult. And I just made the little chain links, like I never attached it to anything. I just made like a long. It was not cool.
I used to like cross stitch, but I don't know how anymore.
Dude, no, you don't, Wendy. It's so freaking boring.
I did. I used to cross stitch when I stayed at my grandma's house over the summers, but I don't remember now.
I did one final project. I did one and that was the end of it. My mother-in-law got me to like cross stitch a card for Christmas and it took so long. I'm just ADHD for that. I can't do it.
But if you're on a farm all summer long as a kid with no TV or internet, what else do you have to do?
Man, that's true, man. Back
so
in the
I learned
day,
a lot of stuff at my grandparents.
Our kids are never going to know what that's like to have like limitless time with no outside entertainment. Like, that's sad to me.
It's always refreshing when we go to their house. I don't know if anybody knows this, but they live in Green Bank, West Virginia, where the largest land moving telescope is. And so they don't have service there. They're not allowed to have cell service or any towers or anything.
Wow.
So when we go, there's nothing.
That's crazy. I remember going with you. I was there. I would always be sleeping in and the girls would be up and ready and out the door and I would be sleeping until like 11.
And she still
We go way back to like high school. And I still do. Just got back. It took us forever to read her comments. just got
Move
back
on.
and hopping on now. I'm so happy to see you. Betsy. Hi, Hannah. Miss you. These comments come in so slow and
I
so
know.
Flawless was not commenting.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Maggie's back. Reading Sixth Target by James Patterson. I've heard a lot of people really like him, like to give him and
Gabby's been reading him a lot.
That's really cool. I forget who it was that was really gushing about him. I think it might have been Haley Pham on her, on her YouTube channel. She was like, he's really good. Hi, lovelies, Betsy and Corinna. Go lassies. You got some like dedicated people here. It's so true. May is going to be murder and mayhem for real.
I can't wait.
Going to be crazy. My aunt taught me cross stitching. I love it, but who has the time?
Exactly.
That's me. I mean, to be honest, it's so good to work with your hands and do things like that. For me, my thing is I absolutely hate like thinking about doing something like baking. You know how everyone's getting into crocheting or cross stitching or baking, like the sourdough kids. God bless it. I could never do that. I would never spend that much time on sourdough bread. Do you know it takes?
I want to, but ours wouldn't
3 days.
grow. We tried to do sourdough and it would not. Like, we need a different recipe. I don't know.
Like, you need to get a starter kit, and they're like expensive.
It's like another child. You have to feed it every day.
Like, I just can't with it. These people who do it and they like, you know, score it in all these crazy ways. I'm just like, holy crap. I cannot imagine spending 3 days to get this little tiny bun that looks decorative.
I will. One day I will have sourdough. And then you're going to reap the benefits and be glad.
That's true. What I want to reap the benefits of, Wendy, are your pickles.
I know. And everyone pray over my garden this year because last year was an epic fail.
I was devastated when my husband Butterfingers dropped Wendy's pickles, and it was like, I think you gave me 2 jars of them or like a jar and a half or something, and he like dropped the half jar, and I like considered divorce. I was like, how dare you drop the pickles? Like she was like so apologetic about it too. She's like, oh, these probably suck. They were the best pickles of my life, Wendy.
They were very sour, the ones that
they were so good.
I love pickles.
Came in. I think I'm gonna be in the second series of Elsie Silver Camp. Yeah, so it's true. Some people love it or they hate it. You just never know.
I mean, I don't know the rest. I've only read Wild Love, but so far Wild Love was considerably less spice than the Chestnut Spring series and way more plot. And I was like enjoying it so much more.
Isn't it also like billionaire ranchers or something?
Yeah, but it's not heavy on that. Like the guy has a lot of money, but he doesn't really act like it.
I kind of feel like billionaires, if you are from like a homesteading situation, you're never like about possessions. You're just about like the land.
Yeah.
I read so much the other night on your sprint. Yay. So I'm happy to see y'all back. I will probably be finishing up my yearly recurrent training and then jumping back into Daisy.
Oh, yeah. What happened to that, Leah?
I finished it.
Did you?
I did. I finished it.
But no, you rate it 2?
No one's going to be happy that I gave it 3 stars.
Okay. Honestly, 3 is better than 2. So
3. And you know what?
The way you were talking
I consider going back and rating it 3.5. I just like Magnolia. I like Magnolia Parks more, I think, strangely enough. And I was really surprised by myself for doing that. But I like her books more, I think. I can't even get my why can't I read? I can't even get my forget-me-nots to grow. Corinna, my mom has so much hope in me for plants. And she's given me plants and they've never grown, or like seeds for flowers that have never grown.
I saw this post on Facebook and it was all these flower pots that were like really funny jokes, basically for people who kill their plants. And the pots would say like, lay me down to die or something like hilarious on each pot. Like
they're like
basically a bunch of murder jokes.
That is so funny. I love that.
I thought it was so funny.
That's so funny. I worked with a teacher recently that reminded me so much of Wendy because her entire classroom was decked out in plants and she had name tags for all of her plants and she was like serious about them. Also, she works, at your daughter's school. So you can know, good educators that love plants there. But like she actually had them. She's like, I put them here because they're safer at my house. They're not safe from like her cats or something. So she actually had name tabs. They were named like George and like
Our
Bob.
cat knocked a plant over already. I will say I'm not really much of a indoor plant person.
Oh,
I like plants that grow food, like a purpose. I'm not really much of like I just have a green
show
plant
plants.
because you know what I mean. That's not really.
Yeah. You're just a show plant. You don't do anything. Although I have heard that having them in the house, right?
It does. It is good for you. And I have an aloe plant, and I don't know. I prefer ones that do something.
If I had a plant, maybe I'd care more if I gave it a name, like give it a name
You
tag,
can
and
get
then
an aloe plant. They're really hard to kill.
yeah, I would kill it. I killed a cactus.
You killed a cat.
My kids gave me a cactus for Mother's Day.
What, did you water it too much?
I don't know, but it like got all shrivelly and gross, and I just had to throw it away. Oh gosh, it's so bad. Wait, I didn't read that. I'm so jealous of you guys being able to hang out. Well, do we, Corinna? I don't know. It's been a long time. Well, not now with the kiddos and germs, but normally, yeah, we do actually normally get to see each other quite a bit. Even more when I'm not working, we get to see each other. And when I was working part-time, I could take mornings and go have coffee with her. So we are spoiled in that way. You don't realize this is a thing, but it is in my friend group. Real friends share pickles. Dude, I know. It's so true. Real friends do share pickles, and real husbands don't drop them. Like, stop it, Tyler. Gosh.
He's not even here to defend himself.
I'm still to this day, if I see pickles at the store, he's like, should I get some pickles? I'll be like, don't touch the pickles. Like, I'm there with you on a 3-star for DH, which was Daisy Hates. Okay. And I'm not even 50% of the way through. Thank you, Megan. I feel so validated. I don't know what it is. It's just not hitting for me. I just feel like, I don't know, it's like when I read, sometimes the world expands and I can just see it all and feel it all and understand. But then with Daisy Hates, I felt like the world got smaller. And I think it's because her point of view was sort of limited in emotional landscape. That could be it. I don't really know. But someone make it make sense to me. I don't get it. So no drip tropes, Wendy.
I don't believe so. I don't remember though, Corinna, and I did skip a good bit of it. So.
She says, girl, same. I kill succulents. I disagree.
Yeah. I digress.
Oh my gosh, guys. I think I'm just still, I'm so nervous to be on Restream. I think I'm going to make it
a nap.
Well, I mean, if you don't know me or we don't know my situation, like I haven't been sleeping because my kids have been sick. So it's probably that I'm on like 0 sleep here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start our first sprint. Let me figure out where the tickers are, Wendy. Where are they?
Hannah just said, real husbands don't drop them. I am dying.
It's so true. All right. Well, when I can find my tickers, where are the captions? I found them.
Don't forget to take the comment down.
I'm going to go back to the comments. Thank you, Wendy. She's helping me through this process. Okay. So I'm thinking it's 8:25. Do you want to read to like 15 after? Or is that too?
That's fine. I got to put the kids to bed.
That's like kind of a long sprint, but I think it will be good. Okay. And now I think I remember how to do this. Here we go. We're in a peaceful meadow.
Woohoo.
Hey, we're actually doing it. Yay. And I'm going to unpause it. Give me 1 second.
We're in the meadow.
We're in the meadow. I do like the river sound. So hopefully that doesn't bother anybody. Okay. We'll see you back. Hello.
Hello.
What did you do on that sprint?
I read a chapter and a half, but I got my kids to bed and made tea.
That's me. I pretty much did exactly what you did. But I'm excited. I love Queen of Shadows so far. I listened, well, actually, because I'm listening, I think I listened to 2 chapters. But I love the audio narrator of this book. Like, I don't know, she just has a very like calming voice. I really like her.
I'm glad you like the narrator because I never used any of the audio, so I don't know if they're good.
Yeah, she is a good narrator. And I think that she does another fantasy. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but she's kind of common in the fantasy realm for doing audio. And she does really, really good. So
Yeah.
I like her. But are you liking Ready or Not? Like, do you feel like I know you read one more chapter, but they are kind of longer chapters?
I am, but I just think it's slow. Like,
Yeah.
I like it, but it's not like mind blowing, if that makes sense.
Truly,
It's just so slow.
I used audio for it. And if you like, I used Tandem and then I think I used audio like more so the latter half of the book. And I thought the audio was very, very good. So maybe if you like added some audio, you might like it even more because I feel like when the audio was going, all of her inner monologue was just so much funnier because of the lady who actually did the audio narrating of it. So maybe
I
that's what
just don't have the audio though. Like, it's not
yeah.
in there's like a huge wait, so.
Yeah, it definitely is not like available for everybody, but let's get this off the screen. And I'm going
What
to
about
ask,
you? Oh, you told us already.
yeah, I'm going to ask everybody how they did. Let me actually add a question. How did you do on your reading? And go. I think it shows. Here we go. All right. Let me bring up some comments here. Tana, real husbands don't drop them. I am dying. Literally, I was so bad at him because they were so delicious. Wendy is the pickle queen. She makes very good canned pickles. Not sleeping is not for the weak. It takes a toll. I'm sorry, I feel this. Yes, like Corinna, holy crap. I don't even know how much I've slept recently. The kids also have been sick. So, like, Ellie has been coughing on me, and then she doesn't want to like sleep in her room because she's sick and all the things. So, it's just like it's been difficult. And then I think it like in the middle of the night, having to remember to get up and re-medicate everybody, that has been hard too. So, but I know that you also have been struggling with not sleeping. So I'm in this with you. We're in it together. Tammy's here. Hi. Hi, friends. I'm excited for some sprints. I'm trying to finish Famous Last Words.
Is that the book you didn't like? Why haven't you DNF'd that already?
I actually have that author, but a different book. And I think it's called like Wrong Place, Wrong Time or something. And I never did get to read it. So I'm excited to try that author. But yeah, maybe not now that Wendy said she's not liking it because I haven't seen that. It's probably in the Marcos that I'm
I
finding.
think that's the one Tammy wasn't liking. Like, she's been
Uh-oh.
reading it, I swear, for like a month.
Oh, you know what? That sounds familiar.
I could be wrong, though. Maybe she was talking about a different one.
I can't remember. Okay.
And in other news, I got the audio for None Shall Sleep.
Woo! Is it on Hoopla? Or
It's on Livy. I didn't check Hoopla.
that's amazing.
I'm like, FOMO.
I know, right? Like you're gonna just blaze through that so quickly. All right, Queen of Shadows. I know, Tammy. I just, I had this epiphany the other day. I was scrolling on Instagram, and Wendy tells me to read it all the time, but I was looking at someone posted all of Throne of Glass, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not that far, like from finishing. I'm pretty close because we have Queen of Showers, then Queen of Showers, Queen of Shadows, then you have Empire of which one is next? Tower of Dawn,
Empire of Storms.
then Tower of Dawn,
Kingdom of Ash.
Ash. So I'm not like I'm in the middle. So like if I can just get over this hump, I can be like close to
And
being
honestly,
done.
these are the best books from here on.
Yeah, like I'll be honest with you, I've been kind of unimpressed with Tog. So I'm really hoping, other than Crown of Midnight, so I'm really hoping this kind of pulls me back in.
But just keep in mind, she wrote them when she was a teenager, the first like 3 or 4.
That's true.
So that's why you can see a considerable difference from the rest on.
Yeah, a different, like way bigger age span. Tammy, I am also reading Queen of Shadows. What chapter are you on? I don't think she's reading it. I am, and I'm only on chapter 2. I think she's just excited that I've read it or am reading it. Did she ever finish Throne of Glass, the whole
Yeah.
series? Okay, yeah, she's just excited that I'm reading it. Jules is here. Oh my goodness. How did I miss that you guys were doing sprints? I don't know. I wrote it in the Marco, and anybody can join if you want. I have the link still. I'm here now and have been listening to Say You'll Remember Me, 30% in and loving it, switching over to eyeball reading and the undead now. Oh, wait.
I am so excited. You need
And
to
the
update
undead.
us on your thoughts, Jules.
I know. I'm actually really excited because so many people are loving Say You'll Remember Me. And it's a very good follow-up to Just for the Summer, because it was really like, that was a high bar that she made. So I'm loving that everyone's enjoying it. Although I will say, I think it might have been Liv's Library. I was watching one of her videos and she said that some people she knew or that she saw comments that some people didn't like it.
Yeah, I
So,
saw Destiny gave it 3 stars.
oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones.
I think it's slower, and I think maybe that's it, but I didn't care.
I mean, it definitely is slower, but it's also just, I don't know. I feel like she does such a good job, like pulling in really difficult family dynamics that are hard for people to emotionally get over and making it also a good, entertaining read. So I'm liking the new direction she's going in. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. I failed. I was productive though. Yay. Cleaned, put away some books, listened to some Mockingjay, and caught up on some Discords. That is very productive. Did you see the Discord where we're talking about everyone cleaning their house and how often they do it? It's pretty funny. I think it's on, is
That
it
was a
on
good time.
Jordan's? Yep, it's on
Jordan's.
Jordan's Patreon. In the question of the day, everybody's talking about like cleaning different things in their house and how they do it. So one lady takes like a pillowcase to clean her ceiling fans. She was talking about that, something Keisha would know nothing about since she hasn't washed her ceiling fans in what, since like 2020. It was just so much fun. We were giving Hannah so much stress because she's a neat freak, kind of like me. And so we were just, half in to joke with everybody about it. I read 22 pages. Now I'm going to make some popcorn. You're always snacking at night, and I need to eat something. I was telling Wendy, I don't know what it is, but like recently I've just not been very hungry. And so I actually only ate one thing today, and that was my Chipotle leftovers. So I need to go eat something too. I need to go grab some more snacks. Made it to chapter 8 and none shall sleep. See, Wendy, you're just right on time. Liking it so far. Everyone seems to be liking this book.
I've been like randomly more into a thriller mood.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm also enjoying the Made for You book. It's sci-fi, but it's mixed with thriller. I think I'm just in the mood for something completely different than what I'm usually reading.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much.
I think it started when you read Falling.
Yeah.
Like TJ Newman or something. I think that like it started and you really liked it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in a thriller mood.
And I'm almost never in a thriller mood. Like
I know you really aren't. It's quite shocking to me, honestly.
Except when I went on that Riley Sager binge.
Well, that was because we were going to meet him and we had like motivation and, but I honestly, I still have not read Middle of the Night, and that his new book is coming out. So I need to like hop to and get on to that. I started Made for You and got 30 minutes into the audio. Awesome. Everybody's
oh my gosh, Amy, what do you think so far?
Yeah, tell us for sure.
It's really different.
Is it kind of like, just in my mind, I go straight to Annie Bot because I think that's what Jules didn't like. That book, Annie Bot, that was book of the month, right?
No, it's not.
Isn't it about an artificial girl?
Yeah, but it's more like thriller based. Like, it's so hard to describe. It's a synthetic woman who is made specifically for this guy on the show The Proposal, which is just like The Bachelor. They just called it a different name.
Interesting.
And so they made her specifically to go on the show and fall in love with him.
That's kind of neat.
It's following the past and present perspective. And so in the present perspective is where the thriller aspect comes in and like something has happened.
Is it kind of sci-fi? It's sci-fi too because of
Yeah,
that
she's
aspect of the robot. Speaking of science and sci-fi, There's a rumor going around that like Katy Perry didn't actually go to space. So weigh in on that if you think she actually went to space or she didn't. Some people are saying she didn't. I don't
I didn't
even
even
know.
know she went to space.
Yeah.
I don't
So
pay
Katy
attention.
Perry, Jeff Bezos, who is the owner of Amazon's wife or fiance, and several other like bigwig people, they went today, or was it yesterday or today? I forget. And they went to space and came back. So let me know what you guys thought of that. If you think it was all like controversy or fake, everyone's saying it's a lie.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
what?
Keisha just sent a picture of the top of her fan and she said, for reference,
Is it dirty?
it's supposed to be this color.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you should get
And
some
it's
hot fan.
this color.
Oh my gosh. See, that's a problem. I'm back and here to read The Secret Garden. Yay. I think that's right for Hannah. That's Hannah's comfy cozy book pick of this month, right? Isn't it? Because she's having the movie marathon.
Yes.
Yeah. On chapter 5, and we'll be reading it slower since I have the annotated edition that this go round. I love that. I never thought I would annotate books, but I love annotating. I love putting in the little slips. I love highlighting. I love everything. Made myself a fruit smoothie for a nighttime snack. Ooh, that's awesome. And oh, and got some reading in. Okay, I see it at the bottom. It's here. And got some reading in. Very good for you. Ooh, speaking of snacks, you said smoothie. I do have popsicles and so
I
many
know
of them.
everybody makes me want to get a snack every time I come on here.
I told Wendy this. I bought like 5 boxes of popsicles. I was in my grocery order and I was just like, I don't know what happened, but I guess I didn't realize I had bought so many. And then I kind of forgot about them when I came home and I left them out for a while. Thankfully, they didn't like melt too much. Let me see. Did I skip a comment? No. Okay. Jules sending you some say you'll remember me. Love to you. Nice. I hope you feel seen and not too sad. This is true. There's an aspect of this book that would be hard for a friend of ours. I'm sure many people have family members who have gone through difficulty with certain diagnoses. So definitely a trigger in some ways. Hey, Tammy. Yes, it's the book I started almost a month ago. I need to know if it gets better.
It
Do you
doesn't if you're
feel
still reading
I
it.
was going to say, if you're still not enjoying it, I don't think it gets better. But, I think her name is something McAllister, right? I forget this author's last name, but I think it's something McAllister. I have actually heard that she's not that great of an author. So I don't know. There's a lot of controversy about that too. Yeah, I think Tammy wasn't loving that book either, but she's pushing through. See, that's me. Sometimes I will not like a book. And instead of DNFing it, which Wendy is so good at doing, and kudos to her, I will just power muscle through and then end up not loving it. Like, what's the book I did that with? Ashley Poston's book, This Novel Love Story. Like, I knew I was not going to like it. I knew it was going to be 1 star. It is what it is. Let's see. Next comment. Oops. I think I missed one. Here we go. Cassie. Good evening. I'm reading Low April Sun by Constance Squires, only on chapter 3. There are so many words on each page. I felt that way about a book I read not too long ago where it was just so many words. And I was telling Wendy, I really like Abby Jimenez and some people that have just like more, I don't know, it's spaced out more on the page. So there's not so much and it doesn't feel overwhelming to your brain. But then there are some books, and there was one one of the Brandon Sanderson ones that I picked up. Yeah, like that overwhelms me. I like when it's very small and like
That's how Apprentice to this one.
Yeah.
Everybody was complaining about how many words on a page this book was.
Yeah, it's a lot. I definitely don't like that. So, boo. Not fun. I saw a few people not loving the Insta love. I did see that too, but I feel like it's not your typical Insta love trope.
I agree.
I agree. I loved it, but I did like Just for the Summer more. I think I did too.
Same.
I think I gave that one 6 stars, or I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe 6 stars. And this one just 5. I really like Just for the Summer. There was more humor in Just for the Summer. This one was more, they were both going through a lot of heartfelt stuff. So there wasn't a lot of room to breathe for humor.
I love snacks.
I love snacks. So my friend Megan, she just sent me this and she's like, I need to get this for you. Speaking of snacks, I guess it's at Five Below and it's like, it says chicken tendies. It's a shirt. I need it. I love snacks too.
That makes me think of Ashley's post in Discord. She posted her Barbie that she made of herself, and everybody was laughing because we didn't know what her snack was. And they were like, "Are those potatoes?" And we found out they were chicken tenders. And so we were all like cracking up because they don't look like chicken tenders.
That is so funny. I love that. I have some cobwebs on my ceiling, Hannah. Don't hate me. I told Wendy this one time. I went to my mom's house and she hadn't cleaned her guest bathroom. And I was taking a shower and there were cobwebs in the corner of her shower and there was a legit spider in there and it scared the crap out of me. Some people, man, they just don't like to get to the high corners or clean certain things they don't use. It's totally fine. I mean, to each their own. Like I was telling the Discord, I might be good about some things, but I'm not great about always like washing my blinds or cleaning out my air circulation vents that are on the high part of my wall. So, I mean, anything could be there.
Who does that?
You're supposed to do it 4 times a year.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, my mother-in-law told me that you're supposed to do it seasonally, that you're supposed to go in and like even if you change the filter on your AC unit, you're supposed to go in, unscrew those and vacuum them out to get dead bugs and dead things and I don't know, lint, whatever's in there. So Wendy, you talk for 1 second. Tell us a little bit more about your book. I got to go. I have a kid really quick. I'll be right back. I have a kid issue. Be right back.
I'm just going to read the comments, but I can't pull them up. Cobwebs on your ceiling. Hannah, don't hate me. I don't even know if Hannah is here now. The next comment.
Sorry, I'm back. It was a false alarm.
So false alarm.
I heard mommy, but she figured it out, so we're good to go. I just didn't want her to come in here and be like on the live. Now I want popcorn. Do you, Wendy? I heard you say.
Yes, I do. Every time someone mentions popcorn, I want it.
I love popcorn. I taught at a school one day. It was like the easiest job I ever had. The entire school was having a movie night or like a movie day. And they had popcorn. And I was just like, man, I remember sitting there looking at all the kids eating popcorn and it smelled so good. It was like extra butter. They weren't offering it to the teachers. And I was like, can I have some popcorn? And they did end up giving it to teachers. And I love popcorn. I like caramel popcorn. Do you like caramel popcorn?
Yeah, but I would rather just have regular.
I like, there's one, I forget the name of it, but it's at the store and it actually has like caramel, chocolate, and regular and cheddar popcorn all together. It's like a mixture. It's really, really good. I like mixed popcorn as well. I just sent pictures of one of my ceiling fans in Discord. We saw. That was pretty funny. I am so intrigued. Made it to page 249. Go, Laura.
Oh, are you saying I am so intrigued about the book, Amy? Or are you talking about Keisha's ceiling fan?
I thought she was talking about the book from when you were mentioning it, but she could be talking about the ceiling fan.
I hope you're intrigued about the book because I just think I haven't heard one person say that they're not liking it so far.
Yes, Jillian McAllister. I love that I remembered that random fact that her last name was McAllister, is the author and is my first book by her. I hope that you like it. I have her book too, and you're not selling me on it. Thank you, Corinna. So far, so good. But a couple times my chest got a little tight, but I reeled myself back. Just you wait, Jules. It's not over. Not over by a long shot. That book got really emotional for me too. And I was actually in the pickup line reading Say You'll Remember Me, and I was crying in the pickup line at school, and people probably thought I was weird. I was dying because we have talked every day for years, and the chicken finger thing is a regular conversation, so it made me laugh so hard. Chicken nuggets. I like specifically chicken fries, right? The Tyson ones.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are my jam.
My favorite is the chicken nuggets from Sam's Club that have pickle flavoring in them. They taste exactly like Chick-fil-A.
They really do.
It's way cheaper than Chick-fil-A too.
Yeah, they're cheaper. Too bad my kids won't eat them because they saw a pickle on the bag. So that dream has died. That's
I
not.
just don't let them choose.
You're better. I mean, my kids just won't eat it if they don't like it. It's a problem. Jules, I will be surprised if it doesn't get to you. It's going to. I mean, it got to me, and I don't even have anyone in my family suffering with that. So, popcorn is my fave. I share it with my dogs. Aw, that's sweet. I like caramel, cheese, and cinnamon. Mixed from Toppies. That sounds so good. I forget what the one is that I get. I'm gonna have to bring it up later and show you guys my favorite. Popped back in to hear about the cobwebs. Now I feel unsafe again, guys. That is so funny.
She
Listen,
always hops in on the funniest things.
I felt a little bit shamed because I was all like, "Oh, I'm such a good house cleaner." And then when my toilet overflowed, obviously all of the like stuff that was behind my toilet came to the front, and I'm like, "This floor is dirty." Like I didn't realize it was that bad. So maybe I need to rethink my strategies in cleaning the bathroom. My first job at 14 was working at Caramel Corn at the mall. Oh, I remember those. It was all you could eat caramel corn and cheese popcorn and butter popcorn. So fun at 14. Kirsten, that's amazing. That reminds me of like I used to work at an ice cream diner when I was like 15, 16, and I loved it. It was so good. No, wait, I think I was 17. And I would literally eat ice cream all the time and eat all the snacks there. Such a fun job. Sounds
Was it
amazing,
Dairy
Kirsten.
Queen?
Huh?
Was it Dairy Queen?
No, it's actually so neat. It is this. Didn't you work at Dairy Queen? Was it you?
No, I just was assuming that's where
That
you
wasn't.
meant.
I think that might have been not Anna. Maybe
No,
that was
we
Morgan.
didn't work there.
My friend Morgan worked there. No, it was called Berkshire's. It was privately owned. It was this guy who made frozen custard. I had never heard of it before, but it's kind of like, I guess, what Sweet Frog would be like frozen custard. And so I worked there and everything was like really big. They were ginormous sizes of desserts that you would use ice cream for. There'd be like apple dumplings and pie and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I literally gained so much weight working there because I would eat everything. Like I would just on my lunch break, I'm getting like apple dumplings. It was
That's what
ridiculous.
happened when I worked at Olive Garden.
Yeah. Like, oh, and I also worked at the steakhouse like you did. And when we would like ring in a steak wrong, we were able to eat it. And I also got fat working there. I haven't tried chicken fries. Oh my gosh, Corinna, don't sleep on chicken fries. They are so good.
Corinna, if you've had Chick-fil-A nuggets, that's what the taste is. It's pickle.
Yeah, that's true. They put the pickle in the
In the
batter,
batter.
the batter or the
Yeah,
oil.
in the batter.
Yeah.
So it just tastes like Chick-fil-A nuggets is what it is.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I love pickles. I was in Michigan at this one place and they actually had a sandwich shop that the giant pickle was the bun. And it was amazing. I like dino nuggets. Me too. I only have to eat them because my kids waste them. And I'm like, these are so good. Don't waste them. Dino nuggets rule. I have cobwebs on my light hanging in our entryway over the stairs. Everybody does, but that's like very fitting for you because I feel like you're like the house with all the eerie, scary books. There's cobwebs as you enter. That's so funny. Headed to bed, lovely. So happy to see your faces. Thanks for sprints. Thank you for joining. Wow, you were in bed early, Grandma. 9:30.
9:40.
9:40. That's crazy. All right, let's sprint again. Let's go to, let me think and bring up my captions here. Do I need to make a new time? Should we go? I want to go like to more than top of the hour. Let's just read to the 15 again. Do you want to do that?
Okay.
Or is that too long?
No, I was just saying that's 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Do you want to make it longer?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to read to the 20?
Yeah, let's do that. And I'll probably have to make that the last one though.
Me too, because my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. So read to the 20, and I'm going to put it on the ticker here and get that comment down. I'm navigating. I'm new to this platform. Thank you for your patience as I figure it all out. All right. So let me bring up our other screen here, our lovely reading in the meadow. If you saw my thumbnail, yes, I was lazy and I used one from Christmas. It's fine. I thought that was pretty funny. It had like cozy vibes, like cozy campfire vibes. All right. You guys have to Hello, hello. How did you do?
2.5 chapters and made popcorn.
That's pretty good. I would say I would probably have read, I don't know, like 3%, 2%, something like that. Not a lot. But I also had a few things to get ready for tomorrow. So, but we're not big readers, are we, on the sprint?
Well, they are longer chapters. I read the whole time, other than making the popcorn. So
Yeah, I was going to say that book does have longer chapters. I
yeah,
do remember that being the whole thing. So let's see where we stopped. I think it was about popcorn. I think a lot of people hopped off because they're going to bed.
me saying I'm making popcorn.
Yeah. Guess who's going to make popcorn and probably barely read? This girl. I love it. I just got home from work, so thought I would pop in for a little bit of reading and join the sprint. Thank you, Amber. I'm glad that you came by. This is our last one. We finished. Good night. I'm falling asleep. Thanks for the sprints. Y'all have a great Wednesday. Thank you so much. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. Yay. Almost done with the week. And then we have a little tiny Easter break. So it's going to be nice. I'm reading The X-Files. I've heard a lot of really good things about that book. I want to try it. It looks really good. I think it's the same author, or maybe I'm wrong, of A Room with a View, or The View of You.
You with a view.
You with a View. Yeah, I think it's the same author. Read 0 pages. That's okay. We listen and we don't judge because we also didn't read a ton. But I do like that Queen of Shadows is just jumping in to the action pretty quickly.
That one's a lot of action.
Yeah, there's like a lot happening. I'm really excited about that because that I know will just hold my interest. 10 pages. Oh no. What is she reading again? So you'll remember me?
None shall sleep.
That's right. Wait. Is she crying about it? Like
No, just that she didn't read much.
She didn't read. I was going to say, is it a sad book? She
No.
didn't read. It's okay. Corinna, you did better than us probably. Made it to 272. Time to put the kiddos to bed. Good night and thanks for sprints. We're glad that you stopped by. Thank you for joining us. Getting kids to bed is a whole big pie of our.
Look at you, Tammy.
Proud of you, Tammy. We did it. We actually read a little bit on the sprint, which after like sprinting all, like is this our third one? Sprint, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we should like really have, we need to
have read way more than I have.
Read way, like how to put it nicely, we should have read way more than we have. I read 11 more pages and scrolled on my phone. That's what we do. Totally fine. Love it. I have been in a fantasy, dark romance, young adult, and thriller kick recently. That's a lot of genres. That's a lot of things. You've been in a big kick for lots of genres. I think the only one you didn't put in there is just plain romance, right? Reading on the Kindle has been saving my butt lately. I like reading on Kindle a lot because your hand doesn't hurt. And I feel like Wendy and I talk about this all the time. You read faster on
It's
Kindle.
my favorite way to read. But also, I like to read at night. Like when I lay down to go to sleep, I like to read in the dark.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest problem with this. And another reason it's taking so long is I can't read at night, which is primarily when I read a lot. Like I just like to read until I fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I'll usually listen to an audio or just read Kindle until I can't hold my eyes open. And so I just have to switch to another book.
Yeah. I like reading Kindle. That's a good way to have, like, you have one book that you're reading physical and then one that you can switch to for Kindle when you want to go to bed. I got to page 91 and will always have summer. Oh, that's nice. I am so excited for the summer reads. Like, just bring them all on. I'm so ready for like warm weather, no more rain, no more cold, and like just beachy tropical.
I know it's cold outside again.
We had like a false spring and we literally just had a couple days of it being warm, and then now it's like back to being cold. One day it snowed, we got hail, like it's just been nuts over here. It's not cool. Had a quick phone call with my mom, and got some reading done. Really enjoying being out on the John Muir Trail via this book. I'm wondering, is that kind of like wild? Is it like sort of?
I don't know.
I wonder if it's like the Wild book that everybody was raving about that's in the Gilmore Girls episode 2, where she goes on like the wild trail hunt. Thank you for the sprints. Finish my book. Well, Grandma Susan, go you.
Good
You were the
job.
most productive person on the sprint. Oh, I forgot to like take this down. Hold on. This is bothering me. Okay. Now we're back. I love books about hiking and backpacking, Kirsten. I'll have to add them to my TBR.
I've never tried one.
Yeah, I've never read, I don't think I've read a book about hiking before. Oh, I did. I read one. I think it was called, oh gosh, something about Fish Out of Water by Katie Ruger. And it was like an arc that I had that was about a forced proximity camping trip that these two people go on that just met. And it was like insta love. They're forced to sleep in like a 1-person tent. It was insane, but that's the only one that I read, and I did not like it, and I gave it 1 star. So that's not very good for hiking.
Catherine Center has one that's a movie on Netflix.
Happiness for Beginners, right?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah, I need to check it out. I just found out there was a hiking club at a church that I like. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's the Kingdom. They have a hiking club. It's called Kingdom Hikers. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I like that. You with a View is the same author as The Express. I thought so. Yeah. I've heard good things about both books. I actually was reading You with a View for like a hot minute, and then I just, like most books, fell off the map. Sweet dreams. Love you, girls. Thanks for sprints, girlies. Sorry, I didn't see your Marco earlier. I would have joined. Yes, next time. Definitely join us. That's okay. I don't see lots of Marcos, and you forgive me. Thanks so much for all these sprints. I know we've just been like the sprint-tastic sisters this week. It's been fun. I like it, and I missed it. Yes, I read faster on my Kindle. I agree with Wendy. I am trying to read my physical TBR down, so I always have a Kindle book and a physical book at all times.
Yep. That's why I love KU. I can always just grab something off there.
Yeah. If you are a tried and true book girly, you are reading at any given time an audio, a Kindle, and a physical.
Yeah.
Just because you have audio for life chores, Kindle for reading when you want to go to bed at night, and then physical for any time during the day.
And if you're truly sick like me, you have the same book in 3 different ways.
Which I've done. I have done that too. And yes, that's the true sickness for sure. Fish Out of Water. Yes. Okay. It was horrible. Laura, thank you for like acknowledging that. It's like Katie Ruger or Ruggles or whatever. Her books, I literally can't with them. They're so ridiculously insta-love. And I just, yeah, I think I like rated it really bad and left a very strongly opinionated review of it for NetGalley that they probably didn't appreciate. Yes, it's similar to Wild, but young adult. Okay, that sounds really cool, actually. It totally has me thinking about that Gilmore Girls episode, A Year in the Life. Yes, that was so funny. She goes, so if you haven't seen Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, you should definitely check it out because Lorelai, goes on a search to find herself, and she goes on, I think, that trail, and she like tries to, but she loses her pass. But it's all about like that book, and like all these women are reading it and trying to go out and like brave the trail by themselves as independent woman. I would literally die if I was on any kind of Survivor show with like hiking by myself. Wouldn't you, Wendy? Like, I would hate that.
No, I would never do it.
Never.
If you ever watch this up,
if you watch, yeah, definitely let me know what it looks like. If you ever see that show, what's it called? Where they keep people out. I think it's called like Alone. They keep people out in the wilderness, and there's like men and women, and they try to see how long someone can survive out in the wild by themselves. And like, I would literally die because there are like bears and everything. I would not do well hiking by myself. So all these women in the show that try to do it, I don't get it. Got distracted by my book. Thanks for the sprints, ladies. I'm glad you got distracted by your book. That's very good, and not your phone. Like us. Thanks for sprints. Had so much fun. Yay. I fall asleep every night reading. So yay. Definitely great. I was watching a booktuber, and I forget their name, but she was talking about how she puts her phone down at like 7:45 or 8. And she will only read from that point in time on. And she gets such a great night's sleep because she's not stimulating her eyes and her mind with the phone. Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do.
that can get you very good sleep. Well, thank you everybody for joining the sprints. Did you find the book that you were looking for?
Yeah, I added it to my one to read because it sounds like really interesting, and I love hiking, so I've never read a book that has to do with that. Obviously, I watched the movie by Catherine Stenner, so I'm not going to go back and read the book, but
yeah, I'm excited to watch that. Now that you mentioned it, I kind of forgot that it was on Netflix, so I'll have to go back and give that a try. All right, everybody, my first successful restream. Yay! I did it.
You did it.
I'm so happy. Wendy was like, "You're gonna have to learn it eventually. Just learn it now." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay."
just get it over with, rip the Band-Aid off, and then you don't have to worry about the
I
time limit.
hate learning new things. That sounds bad, but I do. I hate learning new processes. Thank you for another great night of sprints. You're welcome. You never know. Maybe we'll go again.
We might.
We might. We never know. We may. All right, everybody. I will see you next time.